Right, nationally, enterovirus, or EVD-68, has been very dangerous for children, even deadly. We see crime scene tape. I saw a guy being placed in the back of a squad car. What's going on? Coverage you can count on begins with one person dead after a shooting in Bath earlier this evening. Take everything you've ever known about cats and dogs fighting and forget it. And O'Neill says the only thing missing from this restroom is a little something on the wall to help jog your memory. I can't even get it out. Good, good, good. Very good. You never know what you can find out here at the Banjo BQ. I just had a mushy peanut for the first time. Here's how it all works. That large round building being worked on is the reservoir. It will hold 30 million gallons of untreated river water. That water will then go to the small rectangular building next to it where a chemical is added. From there, the water will travel to the sediment basin where essentially the dirt is taken out and the water is filtered. Water will then be pumped to this building, which is the chemical building where it's safe to drink.
A handful of children being treated at the Children's Hospital of Georgia tested positive for enterovirus. News Channel 6's Renetta DuBose is joining us live now at the hospital where leaders let the public know about this outbreak today and how it's hitting home. Renetta?
Right, nationally, enterovirus, or EVD-68, has been very dangerous for children, even deadly. That's why 15 specimens were randomly selected from a group of children being treated here at the Children's Hospital of Georgia, sent to the Centers for Disease Control and tested. 3 of those 15 specimens came back positive for enterovirus. Now, this virus is similar to meningitis, beginning with cold-like symptoms, and can look like asthma, giving those infected respiratory illness and gastrointestinal issues.
Those who get GI symptoms, they may get this runny nose, cough, congestion, or they may just start having really bad nausea, vomiting, and really persistent diarrhea. And usually the diarrhea will have no blood in it because this is a virus infection.
Now, we don't know the ages or schools where these children attended because the specimen were assigned a number and that was sent to the CDC, but we do know that they have been discharged now. Live at the Children's Hospital of Georgia, Renetta DuBose, WJBF News Channel 6.
She's been following this investigation for us. And Renetta, this unfolded rather quickly.
It did, Jenny. The investigation started Tuesday. That's when Harper was placed on administrative leave for his post. Police Chief Ron Sellers says they were in the middle of the investigation when Harper walked into his office this morning and tendered his resignation. But some of the people I spoke with who were bothered by this post say more should be done.
Why provoke that situation? That's what I think Adam Harper did. He provoked a lot of situations and turned it into his own situation.
Adam Harper's resignation made its way around the streets of Warrenton. Some residents, many of whom came in close contact with the officer, said stepping down is not enough.
He might go to another county and do the same thing, harass other blacks.
He got a lot of African American. He done wrote citation and gave tickets to, you know what I'm saying? And as well, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them have been accused of, you know what I'm saying, doing crimes, and you know what will be done about their citations and all.
When he pulled you over, did you ever think that you were putting him in danger?
No, man. I always felt the threat to it. Well, I always felt like he was a threat toward me. You know what I'm saying? Like his attitude was, I just can't explain, but his attitude just ain't right to be no police officer.
Ron Sellers says Harper submitted his resignation letter Thursday morning, less than a week after sharing on Facebook that Michael Brown, the unarmed 18-year-old killed by a police officer, got what he deserved. Harper, who chose not to speak on camera at this time, shared a detailed letter with News Channel 6. In it, he states he may appear to be a loose cannon for the statements he made being in his line of work, but he states, quote, "I did not put my vest on every day before going to work to look cool. I put it on because I acknowledge the fact that someone might try to take my life that day," end quote.
I wish I had a vest, because when you walk around these streets, we can't get the protection like the officer had. We don't have vests and we don't have big guns and holsters. We do not have a badge to hide behind. So I feel like you were more dangerous to me when you approached me with all this stuff on.
Many of the people I spoke with were also concerned about the actions and social media statements of other officers And Warrenton Police Department Chief Sellers says Officer Greason was also under investigation for his Facebook comments. He was reprimanded and placed on probation for 3 months. Live in the newsroom, Renetta DuBose, WJBF News Channel 6.
Renetta DuBose live in the newsroom with this unique twist on The Odd Couple.
John, Kim, take everything you've ever known about cats and dogs fighting and forget it. Two best friends, a cat and a dog, are hoping to be adopted together so that they can continue their lifelong friendship.
They're inseparable. They are right next to each other all the time.
Their names may be Henny and Penny, but around Columbia County Animal Services, this odd couple acts more like Thelma and Louise, partners in crime.
They were brought in as strays to us by a citizen in Martinez who found them in her yard, and the owner actually found them online and contacted us to let us know that they were her pets, but she wasn't able to come back and reclaim them. Her husband's in the military, got stationed up in North Carolina, so she wasn't able to come back and get them.
Henny, a female bulldog basset hound mix, and Penny, a female domestic shorthair, came to the shelter in late October. Both are between 6 to 8 months old. Daniel Main says the original owner told staff to put the two together in the same cage.
In the mornings, Henny will groom Penny the cat, and you know, they'll get to playing and everything like that, and we'll let them out of their cages to run around in the room while we're cleaning.
The interesting thing about this duo is that Henny found Penny.
Apparently, Penny the cat wandered up into the yard one day, and since then the two had just been completely inseparable. And she took the cat in as her pet along with the dog, so that's just how it was. It was meant to be.
The Main says both Henny and Penny must be adopted together at the reduced rate of $35. They will need to be spayed within 3 months. Live in the newsroom, Renetta DuBose, WJBF News Channel 6.